Welcome everyone to our episode 32 of our podcast Cultivating a New Generation Drops of Wisdom. In today Wednesday, we are going to talk about the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And we are going to reflect on the topic of abundance and also how to invest your money in things that are going to give you a compound interest and understanding that be, believing in the rat race is in the old days finally, and you can start doing much better things with your life instead of just following the traditional paths. Abundance is driven by emotions of gratitude, safety, circulating the money, and confidence in your skills to produce income. Nevertheless, external fear crises can lead you to think that you are in danger, but you only are if you are reckless about how you use your money and performing impulsive decisions to spend or show off. Most of us know what the phrase rat race refers to, but if we are asked how would we define it, one definition could be the endless routine of working for everyone but yourself. This means you do all the work while others, government, bill collectors, investors, your bosses, take the majority of the reward. We usually talk about the rat race as something that we are all part of or we were at some point in time. At the same time, we also talk about it as something we hate. So if you hate that lifestyle, why are you still following it? Or why are you still frustrated in those kind of jobs and trying to arrive to the weekend so that you can enjoy some time? So why do you keep that race? Because most of people's lives are dominated by the fear of society's disapproval. For example, consider the mantra go to the school, study hard, get a good job. And that's it. That's the summary of your life. We still teach this mantra, even though it's outdated advice founded on the ideas of our parents' past or even grandparents. Back then, you were likely to land a job right out of college, work for the same company for decades, and then retire with a cushy pension and forget about everything. Today, that is no longer a guarantee, recipe for a life free of financial struggles or poverty. The truth is that you can study hard, get in a good school, invest most of the money of your parents in that school, graduate into a high paying job without ever seeing financial growth and just paying the bills constantly. Because you are still stuck in the rat race. Your bosses, not you, or the investors, not you, are getting rich from all that work. So, what is the main quote of the book? What is, or how can we summarize the book in just one phrase? People who are ignorant about how to manage their finances are especially prone to letting these emotions drive their decision making. Emotions is an extremely important topic in terms of the financial freedom that you can generate. When it comes to money, everyone, wealthy or not, experiences two basic emotions greed and fear. If you have money, you are likely to focus on all the new things it can buy, which is greed. If you don't have it, you worry you might never have enough, which is the fear. For example, let's say you just receive a promotion and a hefty pay raise. You could invest that extra money into something like stocks or bonds or um, um, financial houses which would earn you money over time. or you could gratify yourself with new purchases like a car or a house. If you are a financially ignorant person, this is where emotion takes the wheel. The fear of losing money is so powerful that it prevents you from investing and in stocks or other assets such as real estate because of the perceived risk, even though such investments would bring you wealth in the long term. Of course, that you have to go and look for the data and how is it behaving, those kind of markets. But that is not so difficult if you do the work. The problem is that also people are lazy to understand certain kind of topics that they can just figure it out now with the trends and now with all of the technology that we have at our hands and the information to look and to invest in the most reliable option. At the same time, greed can inspire you to spend your increased salary on a better lifestyle, for example, by buying a bigger house, which seems a much more real and safer option at the moment, but you are going to be very tight in terms of the payments that you will have to have. Than, for example, buying shares of a company that you are seeing that is constantly incrementing the value of those shares. Children aren't taught about subjects like saving or investing, and as a consequence, they are clueless about topics like compound interest, as clearly evidenced by the fact that today even high schoolers often max out their credit cards and then they arrive to the university having an amazing debt for years and years. So this lack of training in financial intelligence is a problem not only for today's youth, but also for highly educated adults, which many times they don't even know how to handle or how to manage a credit card. Many of whom make poor decisions with their money just to show off with society. So, what is more important in your life? Showing off and trying other people to see you as if you have money, or investing your money in things in the long term to have a really peaceful and financial free um, late years or middle years even. Think about it. The style is in your hands. You are the only one that can decide that. And remember that when you are in fear, this part of the brain, prefrontal cortex, blocks and you are not able to take smart decisions, neither with your money, neither with your life. So don't believe everything you hear in the news and focus on your own life. That is the only small uh, social network that you can change. Thank you very much for paying attention, for being in this episode. If you like the information, if it resonates with you, please help me with a comment, with a reaction, and with sharing this. And of course, you can subscribe. Remember, in the YouTube channel, every Friday I release new episodes with a different topic on science and wellness. Whatever the pillar it is, it can be nutrition, it can be your brain and the decisions, it can be how to think clearly, how to reason, and this Friday is a very amazing topic, which is how to reason and not reacting. That's the new episode on this Friday, so stay tuned. Thank you for your attention. Have a wonderful afternoon and rest of the week. We will listen to each other next week. Bye.